semester in our Civic Engagement course at FGCU, we were assigned to work with a community partner, specifically a nonprofit organization. Small groups were to be formed, and we finally chose a group that consisted of myself, Crystal, Becca, Victoria, Casey, and Nick. We decided that we all wanted to work with an animal rescue, and upon a lot of research online, there were many animal rescues that we were willing to potentially work with, and it was hard to pinpoint one. But after we were online, we saw this great quote on one site called Fur and Tails Animal Rescue, and the quote was from Marley and me. This is the quote: "Animal lovers are a special breed of humans, generous of spirit, full of empathy, perhaps a little prone to sentimentality, with hearts as big as a cloudless sky." It just seemed like this would be the perfect location for us to work with.
A great thing about being in a group is that you have different personalities, different backgrounds and experiences of the group members, and different talents each member has. There's Crystal. Crystal is a very dedicated person. Once she sets her mind to something, there's no stopping her. She's doing it. Like the fence. The fence was the big main goal of our project to tackle at Fur and Tails. As a group, and especially Crystal, we are still dedicated to getting the fence up and helping Fur and Tails in whatever they need. So that quality in her is very admirable. Nick is a very hard worker. He is willing to do whatever it is that you put in front of him and whatever you ask him to do, and he will get it done to the best of his ability. And that's a very good member to have in a group. Then there's Becca. Becca is like me. She works at an animal hospital, so she has a lot of experiences with animals and how to work with them and the behavior of animals, and that's a really good quality to have, especially since our nonprofit that we're working for is an animal rescue. Becca is also very good at utilizing her resources and organizing the place where we should go for fundraising and how we should get donations. And there's Casey. Casey is a very good organizer, and she was able to make these cute fur and tail rescue shirts, which we wore our proceeds night at Mo that Becca scheduled for us. Casey is also the tech savvy one of the group and was able to put this video together that you are watching. So yeah, that's our group.
I have to say the financial assistance is a big challenge. It's pretty much self-funded through friends and clients and word of mouth. It's very costly to run a rescue. It's everybody's dream and vision to have this one day, as it was mine since I was a young child. This is what I wanted to do. But with the high cost of all the insurance requirements that you have, just the cost of the vetting,
After our first meeting with Fur and Tails Animal Rescue Group, we learned that they were in dire need of a new fence after Hurricane Irma wrecked their current fence. We needed to raise enough money and get an estimate together for the best price for a fence that would prove to be long enough for all the animals to enjoy themselves, as well as strong enough and tall enough that they could not escape. Our initial goal was to get that free estimate and then reach out to local partners in our community for donations of materials so we could construct our own fence, or perhaps get enough donations to have a brand new fence constructed entirely for them that was made out of chain link. No vendors did respond to our donation request, and unfortunately, with the outbreak of COVID-19, we were unable to successfully raise enough funds for this venture of ours. Our new goal is to do several grant applications with Fur and Tails Rescue in order to raise the rest of the money to create a new fence with the company that did come out and give us a free estimate. We would also use the funds from the grants awarded to us to get money for them. That way they could not only fix the fence and build a new one, but to rescue more animals and continue to support their medical expenses that they may occur.
So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the events and fundraisers we did for Fur and Tails. So we set up a fundraising event on Facebook through Crystal's and Becca's Facebook pages. Through that fundraiser, we raised about $500. Then we also did an event at PetSmart and Pet People. At PetSmart we raised $50 and at Pet People we raised $80. At those events we had a few cats and dogs that we had with us for adoption, and we just let people know who Fur and Tails were and what we were doing. We also did an event at FGCU, and at FGCU we didn't necessarily want to make it a fundraiser, but we did a tabling event letting people know who Fur and Tails were and to adopt and not shop. We had a few people stop by and ask, and we had them take the business cards if they were interested in either volunteering or adopting. We also did a proceeds night at Moe's. We don't know the final amount that we raised through Moe's, but we had a very fun time hanging out with the staff and seeing everyone who came out to support us. We also had a few family members and friends who donated to us, and that total was about $300.
This project and overall experience taught us a lot about animal rescues, what goes into it, how stressful they can be, and the amount of good it's doing for our world. Some of these companies, like Fur and Tails, go through so much adversity and financial burden, it blows our minds how they continue to fight for these animals. These non-profit companies do not have the money to cover themselves as much as these bigger corporate companies do. They create a relationship and connection with each animal and give animals, some who are disabled, blind, or deaf, a second chance, and provide a home they can grow in and change for the better. The overflow of animals and not being able to take every single one in, even when you want to, shows the amount of strength you have to have in order to stay in this business. Although there are many different companies out there, these small non-profit companies, ones like Harry's, is needed in order to push this forward and attempt to put a roof over every animal in the world. Though we can't save everyone and everything, we can try. And with your help, we can make sure that no animal is sleeping outside tonight. Please call Fur and Tails Animal Rescue or go online at ftanimalrescue.org for more information, and let's come together and help these four-legged, loving, caring, and compassionate animals find the home they desperately need but can't speak for themselves. Thank you.